There we go, guys. So here we go with, obviously it's myself versus Graham with the weekly challenge. So this week, as we said last time, we were going to do High Elves versus Skaven. The only thing we've changed this time is I'm now doing the Skaven player, and Graham's got his High Elves. So ultimately, I'll just show you quickly the board we're playing on. Just playing on the big 6x4. It's only 1,000 points, but we'll probably not use all the board, but at least we're using the bigger board anyway.
Yep.
Other than that, what I'll do is we'll come back to you as we do the armies.
Yep.
Right, so ultimately what I've got is I've got a big unit of 50 Skaven slaves. No upgrades at all. I think they should do okay enough by themselves. Then I've got a unit of 35 clan rats with the wind mortar. Again, I didn't give upgrades only because realistically I don't think they need it too much. And it's like 24 odd points. I don't like the point expenditure on that. I thought I would rather just get a couple more guys in.
Yeah.
Same with this. Now 35 with a wind mortar. Obviously 35 clan rats, and then I had points spare. Do you know what, I really should have thought about this a bit more.
Yeah.
What I should have did with the points spare, what I did is I got 6 gutter runners. Maybe what I should have did was put them into the A units.
Maybe.
But, oh well, I've not thought this entirely through.
Que
One assassin and a Gracier with the lore of Plague. Other than that, the assassin's got a tail weapon, so he gets his extra attack, and he has poison attacks as well.
Yeah.
That's everything. That was everything I gave him. Obviously, the 240 level 4 guy, he's no points could be spent on him at all. Yeah. Other than that, we'll get back to you with Graham's army then.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the High Elf army. This is a 10 sister unit with champion retrieval, a bolt thrower. My heroes are a level 2 mage from High Magic and the Handmaiden.
Yep.
A unit of 20 Lotharian Sea Guard with command and shields, and I have to proxy this unit, so they are Sea Guard, but they are Sea Guard with command. They are Swordmasters Sea Guard in disguise.
There we go. So that's Graham's army, and we'll get back to you at the end of deployment. Right, there we go, guys. So what we've got up here for deployment. So basically, I've got my unit here with the clan rats, with obviously the wind mortar here. Then the big unit of 50 here. Then the other one with the level 4 in there, and the wind mortar there. All that stuff's either in reserve or hiding in the unit. Basically just the assassin. Yep. On Graham's side then, so you've got
the Lotharian Sea Guard over here with the mage, bolt thrower in the middle, Lotharian Sea Guard, and maiden with sisters.
Yep, so that's up to it. So again, as I said, I didn't really expect us to use the full board. Obviously there's a wee bit of a gap.
Yeah.
Probably just playing on a 4x4 realistically. But other than that, what we'll do then now is we'll roll to see who gets turn 1.
Yep.
So I've got +1 to my roll. So I've got a 3 which goes to a 4, and I've got a 2. So I get a 4, so I'm going first. And what we'll do is we'll see you during turn 1. Right, so what we're doing for these as well, we're doing it basically when someone's turn ends as well now. What we're going to do is actually just do the overview. Literally just so we don't forget anything that happens, because we did that in a couple of videos and we missed out some major points. So also in my turn, I moved up. After consulting Adam over by text, I made sure I was doing it alright. So this unit marched forward, and he obviously marched as well, so he didn't shoot. They marched as well. We rolled for the woods, and it's an abyssal woods, so the units in it are causing fear. This one here just moved as normal, and so did he, so he could shoot. Other than that, the magic phase.
Oh, right, sorry.
I might as well just do the magic phase first, just working with it. So the magic phase, obviously, I got an 8 for my rolls, and then I cast, what did I cast again? Plague on the sisters.
Killed 5 of them?
I killed 5 of them, and they stayed. Yep, they hold. And then other than that, magic was done for that. The bounce just had the ending spell. And then the wind mortar here, shot in at the squad here, and I killed 6 in total. Yep, which caused the panic, and then they fled.
Pansies.
Well, that's basically it. So they will rally, Graham. I generally don't think they will not rally.
Pansies.
So basically we're doing this way just so we don't miss it, and it makes it a bit better as well. And then other than that, that's the end of my turn. We'll get back at the end of entirely turn 1.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. In the end of turn 1, the unit of Lotharian Sea Guard actually rallied. In the magic phase, my caster rolled 5 dice for spells, aimed the soul quench at the big unit of Skaven slaves at the large level of 16, passed it on 17, got dispelled on 19.
Yeah,
rather upset.
My +4 definitely was a bit of a saving grace there.
Yeah, the bolt thrower, everything shot at the unit with the Gracier, and took 8.
Took 8 off, yep.
So
that was the shots.
Yep, from
them and them.
Yeah.
Which was quite a bit actually still.
It was quite a bit.
I wasn't really getting much saves at all there. Other than that, that is the end of turn 1, and we'll get back to you at the end, halfway through of the end of turn 2. Right, there we go. So ultimately, this is the turn 2. This is halfway through it. This was my turn. So ultimately, my turn. I moved everything for a lot more right up close. I basically just marched everything, and I had the wind mortars just moved normally so they can still shoot. Other than that, I revealed the assassin. I thought I'm hoping to hell that they obviously don't shoot that guy to bits, because Graham pretty much had guessed where I was putting the assassin, so he's been shooting that squad quite heavily. I didn't want them running away knowing the assassin was in it, and obviously the gutter runners here came on from board. And my magic phase, don't even know what I did in my magic phase, Graham. No, ultimately my magic phase, you pretty much stopped everything, didn't you?
Vermintide.
It was just Vermintide that get dispelled, and what was the first bit? Oh, the Withering was the only thing to get through. The Withering got through to put them down to toughness 2. So that went off, but really I was aiming for Vermintide then to do something that get dispelled, and then I got another spell which was the one with the template, the Flamer. I'll just find the rules, what it's called again, just so everyone knows. It's called Pestilent Breath. There we are there. Yeah. It didn't do it, but I was hoping maybe it could have done something. Other than that, my shooting was a bit better, so the wind mortar here, shot at them, and it just whiffed. So that was fine. That's okay, it didn't hit anything else, which was good. It went 8 inches in like this direction. And then the other wind mortar went on them, and it whiffed as well. It scattered, but it was landed on him, so he took his wind and died. And so did the handmaiden, who also failed at the lookout, sir. So she took her wind. And then the only other shooting after that was the gutter runners into there, which is what killed that Lothran Seaguard. Other than that, that was my turn, and we'll get back to you at the end of the turn 2 with Graham's overview.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The end of turn 2. Movement was pretty bleak. They stayed where they are.
I was going to say it was non-existent.
Yeah. Magic. I managed to get off my big version of Soul Quench on the slave unit, which took out 10 of them.
All back rank.
Yeah, I was quite glad of that. That was quite nasty.
Other than that, they held.
They held. Yeah, I was actually
magical.
Yeah, but when it came into shooting, this is when the fun came in.
Yeah, actual stuff died.
Yeah, I basically shot the hell out of the assassin unit. First of all, the sister shot. Yeah. My handmaid is doing nothing at all.
Fluffing a wee bit. They killed a couple, but fluffing overall.
Yeah.
I think just the fact there's not 10, there's only the 5, it's like the odds still get down a bit for them.
Yeah. This unit over here shot the living bejeebus out of them.
At them as well.
Yeah. The bolt thrower shot the living bejeebus out of them again.
See that. Yep, we've seen that coming.
And these guys shot the bejeebus.
Other than that, they held as well.
Yeah, they all held. Just in no more.
Yeah, well that's it. I've been on the line for holding, which has been good.
Yeah.
Other than that, that was your turn, wasn't it?
Yeah, which proves that you can
So he's still got his line here. Really, I mean, he's lost that. Do you know what I mean? From the wind mortars alone.
Yeah.
That's that one guy over there.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have lost a slightly bit more piles.
Yeah.
Granted, the points might have added up to about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, it's still what that unit.
It's still something they can make at the minute.
Worry about what they can actually do now.
Yeah.
Other than that, we will see you halfway during turn 3. Right, there we go. So ultimately that's the end of my turn 1 at least, so we've got halfway through this of turn 3. So the clan rats here have just moved about just to get ready, because the Skaven slaves charged this unit here. This unit here charged that unit there. When it came to magic, I got my attacks were poison. I think 60s though, so it was rubbish.
Yep.
For them. Other than that, everything else was stopped.
Yep.
Yep, you stopped everything else. And shooting, they also charged the bow thrower.
Yeah.
And the shooting phase, I chose not to do it because I just thought it will end up scattering, killing something. So basically I just went straight into combat, and then over here, The clan rats, the Skaven slaves, sorry, they lost by like 1 or 2, wasn't it?
No, they lost by 2.
Was it? About 2 or something like that. They failed horribly anyway, and then exploded.
But it was a big combat though.
Yeah, it was massive. Still, big unit of them. So they still failed, and they exploded, caused a wound there. They caused a wound there, and a wound in the bolt thrower. Yeah, did a wound to everything basically that was within range, and then disappeared obviously into my dead pile over there.
Bye bye.
Other than that, the gutter runners here finished off the bolt thrower. Obviously, one of the wounds was caused, and then they finished them off.
Yep.
Other than that, the combat over here, had it there and there.
Oh, I was really gutted.
Yeah, I got rid of 4 of the Sea Guard, and you get rid of 1.
Yeah, I was so disappointed.
Yeah,
with that.
and then combat res, you rolled
horrible.
a double 6 for the combat res side of it. So even with the very minus of 2, it was still like they were gone. And then chase, but I straight away was hitting that unit anyway, so they'll let that now. Other than that, that was the end of my turn 3, and then we'll get you at the end of the full turn 3 with Graham's overview.
And at the end of turn 3, yeah, shit sort of just hit the fan a wee bit. The sisters over here lost their champion and 2 of their ladies. They fled, but they had leadership 3 to get through.
Yeah, so they did that.
They couldn't really do very much.
I've still not caught it from it, and it's fleet though. It's been a bit useless.
Which is actually quite
But you always noticed as well, it's always been by between 2.
Yeah.
It's been twice I've rolled up in 2 under, whatever they've got. So they got like a 7, I was at 5, so.
Sorry, we skipped phases there.
Yeah, we skip all the phases.
Yeah, so magic over here.
Yeah.
They blasted them in the face.
Yep, and they got rid of, it was like 6.
Yeah.
No, it was 5. So I took 1. Yeah.
Because I rolled 18, but for my wounds just rolled hard.
Like the best way to put it was, I was like this with my hand, and I just took all the 1s and 2s out of the way. And it was like, that's insane when you're able to do that.
Yeah. Then it head to shooting. They shot them in the face, killed them. Killed them.
Yeah, sorry. I did this thing. I've got these ones on like 4 base like that. So I just took that 1 off and replaced 2 guys.
Yeah. Also, we know what happened over
the
in combat.
There with the phase of that was them fleeing.
Yeah, and we will get back to you with Connor's overview at turn 4.
Yep. Alright guys, so that's the end of my turn 4, but ultimately it is actually the end of the game as well. Ultimately I'll just explain what happened in my turn. So basically in the movement phase I charged them into them. Other than that, they charged into the sisters and they were off the board, both of them anyway. Everything else just moved, they're dead. They moved just about position. I didn't really do much with them, but I see where the starting game effect happened with them. Other than that, in the shooting phase, realistically, was not going to be existent at all. Mostly because everything was in combat after like turn 3 or turn 2. Sorry,
yeah,
I just hit that kind of phase where it was like, well, they're now useless. The combat here, magic also because he was off board didn't exist either. Combat here, I killed 3 and Graham killed 2, and then Graham failed by 1.
Yeah,
and ran and he rolled a 3. We're still going on the board. And I got like a magical 6, so I mean, caught them straight away. That's it. And then that was it. But obviously that ends the game. Initially we were going to call it at the end of this turn anyway, just for time reasons. I mean, it's like what, 10 at night now, and we're still here. So typically we had to kind of call it at some point. Initially if we called it though, they were going to be off the board, so they got actually quite a lot of points because they got, if they were off board it'd been 240.
Well, technically they're still off board by the end of the game, so...
Yeah, but you don't get it because I have Annihilation.
You have Annihilation anyway.
I've got Annihilation, so I win the game outright.
But yeah.
I'm that good.
It has officially been proven that one cannot simply line chariot into Skaven.
That's it though. I'm trying to think what else happened, because that was basically it. Graham obviously didn't get his turn.
Losing streak 3-0!
Other than that, it's like 2-0 now, isn't it?
No, so. Losing streak 3-0 in a row.
No, but not for the weekly challenge though.
No, not for the weekly challenge.
Yeah.
2 in a row for yourself. And
I'm doing good. The weekly challenge, man. So obviously, like not last week, but the week before, I had what game was that again? That was Empire V.
That was Empire versus
Warriors Chaos. Oh, Warriors Chaos. Yes, I got that one.
Reigned supreme and
I got that one. So I got that one, and then obviously this week's we did initially have it where I was going to use in the high elves, but we just did this kind of last minute trade kind of thing, just to swap over armies, get a wee bit of a change. So I was using Skaven. I know how to use Skaven, which was alright that way.
Yeah.
You were just testing out new units and different ideas, which was quite cool.
There was a few things that I in a previous video between myself and Adam with the sisters, there was a few mix-ups.
Yeah,
so
yeah. There's been misreading of rules. So
yeah.
when we've looked at them as if they were really, really good at one point,
Yeah.
we realised that actually wasn't the case.
Yeah.
So it cost Graham a hefty amount of shooting points there.
Yeah. All I can say is,
I think
Adam, if you're watching this, did you read it last night?
no, that's it though. We basically had it where we realised the sisters, they're still good.
They are very
but
good for what they do.
maybe not in units of 10. I think maybe they have to buff to the 15-20 mark.
It was a cheap unit to try and fill in.
Yeah, because basically that, as you obviously know, at the start of the game, I just bombed 5 of them out.
Yeah,
and
straight away with plague.
Five guys can't realistically do much. So I think
they did do quite a bit.
They did a wee bit. They held that unit for the turn as well.
Yeah, they held them for the unit.
They killed a couple of guys, I think.
Yeah, and they did shoot quite a lot.
For that, try to deal with a horde army, shooting was definitely the best option. I think my bit of luck straight away to get rid of I think my main problem was going to be the sisters, to be honest, and I think I got rid of them fast enough where they then became kind of like more of a kind of pick up unit basically at the end of the game. Yeah, they'll stop me doing something I want to do a turn, but the main units I think I had the problems with this game definitely was the block units of the Sea Guard.
Yeah, proving yet again that Sea Guard are a very good unit.
Yeah, they're definitely versatile enough where, because it was still that shooting was picking off guys, and then in combat, I mean, they're high elves still.
Yeah, they're still high elves. They're still smacking.
I think the thing I'm finding a bit weird now is I'm having to play armies that are all toughness 3, so it's not like my warriors. Where I've realised that everything just wounds on 4s, and it's like, oh right, this isn't that great actually.
Yeah.
I'm having to play with different tactics and stuff, and it's a bit weird.
And for me, obviously, again, because obviously I played Chaos, I did play a wee bit of Demons as well, and the toughness are varying in them, so...
Yeah, I think the moment you get that very toughness, that's something I'm having to change, especially using the Empire now. That's something I'm having to definitely change to sort.
Yeah.
I mean, my dead pool, if everyone wants to see, was actually massive because 50 of the Skaven slaves are in it, man. 50 of them are in it. That unit's really non-existent now. That unit's still fine. That only lost like 10.
Yeah.
Only one of them died. So it's still, but I mean, when you look at the points and that, I mean, 100 points on Skaven slaves was given up there.
Just straight away.
100 points for the 50 of them.
Yeah.
I thought
100 points for the 50 of them. That caused 2 wins.
Yeah, like they cost like 2 wins overall.
Yeah.
They cost 4 wins overall. 1 of myself and 3 to you.
Yeah.
It's like, I understood where to use them. I just realised that obviously this was the first time I'd read the book again for ages now.
Yeah.
Maybe about a year.
Because the best way, ladies and gentlemen, if you're playing Skaven slaves, is to rank
them up for the additional stuff. But I realised
instead of long.
Yeah, I was running them in the horde rules basically just to get the extra line of attack. Which kind of did its worth, mainly the clan rats, but I didn't realise were their rules until I was reading it when they actually broke from combat. Then I read and I'm like, oh right, I've made this rubbish.
Even with normal clan rats, because for things like if you're taking Quick Head Taker is leadership 8 basic. Then if you're running a 30-man unit, run them 5 wide by 6 deep, instantly your leadership 10. You know, you're not going to be failing that anytime soon. Yeah,
no, that's it. Yeah, I think there's enough tactics with them. I don't mind how I played. I think there was stuff I would have done. Yeah. Mainly with the Skaven slaves, it's possibly the thing I'd have done differently.
Yeah,
yourself,
maybe.
Really, if you did it differently.
For me, if I did something differently, I would have rolled better.
Rolling better maybe. I mean the amount that was genuine bad luck with a lot of those rolls.
Game,
it definitely kept that kind of position.
But to be honest, I'm pretty glad that I took out as much as I did, even with horrible rolling.
Yeah, that's it, definitely. But other than that, I think that's obviously the next instalment of Graham versus Connor in the weekly challenge. So it's 2-0 to me currently.
Yeah.
Next week, what armies are we going to use? I think we should go to 40k next week.
We might go 40k next week.
I want to go 40k. If you're not here next week, I will sort it for the following week. But what we'll do is next time we have the weekly challenge, what armies are we potentially going to use? I'm going to throw it out and use Nids.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm going to throw it out and go Nids, right?
Dang, you read my mind. Well, actually, I might just for a little bit of a cheeky chappy, I might actually throw in my Nurgle.
Nurgle, right, so that'll be next time when we play again in the weekly challenge. So I'll probably, potentially it will be next Friday, but it might be the following Friday after that. And it will be Nids. We'll do 1500.
1500.
We'll break some of the rules with the weekly challenge. We'll do 1500 next time.
Yeah, just for 40k.
For 40k, yeah, it gets a wee bit more diversity, especially if I'm using Nids, because I can't remember how to play them. I'll have to read up on that one. So obviously next time you see it, it will be Nids versus Nurgle, as in Chaos Space Marine Nurgle, or Demons. Chaos Space Marine Nurgle versus Tyranids next week, and we'll see you next time for the weekly challenge.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, time to go group.